One day I was in my room, which was on the highest floor, the attic, and I put little notes on which I wrote, I am earning $10,000 a month, and I was putting them everywhere. Then all of a sudden my mom told me, son, I saw these notes in your room, and are you crazy? Earning $10,000 a month? You're just a little kid living on the attic in your parents' home. Like, what do you think? And I replied, well, mom, this is the way I'm gonna visualize and manifest my dream life, because I don't want to work full time for a boss, even though I was doing that at that time. While on my job, I was listening to YouTube videos of this guy called Robert Kiyosaki, which has a book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And he was telling me that I was a slave of the system. So one day I was like, I think I'm gonna go and ask for them to fire me, because I don't want to be that dog, which is Robert Kiyosaki guy described, that waits for his reward at the end of each month. Like this, being this person that has no purpose, that's just ruled by this boss, like the dog, and gets its food or whatever it needs from the boss to live its life in this golden cage. I earned about $2,600 per month. Like that money went on my bank account. I saved, I think, over 1,000 euros of it. And then later I used that money to go to this Eminem concert here in the Netherlands. So I felt great. I could do with my life whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. There was always money. And I was living at my parents' home. But I didn't feel fulfilled in life. And I quit my job, came home. Dinner was being prepared by my mom. My dad was sitting next to me. Food was served, and I told them, Mom, Dad, I need to tell you something. I quit today. They told me, what? Pičku matrinu, which is Bosnian for go back to your mother's womb. How could you have done that? You're living under our roof. You should have told us before you did that. You're showing no signs of respect to us, your parents, who have raised you to keep your job. It gave you money. You should have been happy with it. And if you didn't do so, you would have more money within the next few months. Now, what are you going to do? How are you going to earn money by doing whatever you cannot do? Because like I was a newbie, and my mom and dad knew I didn't know nothing about life. At that time I was recording videos, and my mom was like, you don't know anything about life. Like, what are you gonna advise people? There was even this colleague which was like, you're this young guy who's inexperienced. How are you going to sell a service and teach people a skill? I wouldn't listen to you. So during my last week at work, I told this woman, well, my mom told me the same, and I just think you're not my target group. Back then I was recording videos for over a year, which is why I chose to quit my job and start figuring out what service I could offer to people to make money on my own. I went from making videos on YouTube to Instagram, and then also on LinkedIn, and then I decided to organize this webinar. I got 42 people that registered and 20 that attended. After I did my offer in that webinar, I got 2 people that decided to buy my online program, which I had made in a week. I was like, man, I've been making videos for 1 year, from 2018 to 2019. The only thing I can teach people is how to make videos for themselves and share their message in an authentic way. So I made this program, 4 weeks online coaching, and these people paid 2 times 500 euros, which was 1,000 euros. I was like, what? An important note is, when I was starting my self-development journey, it kind of went together with entrepreneurship, because doing self-development for 1 year by making these videos and becoming a better communicator. It was in Dutch though. My English is not perfect, sorry. So I was like, if people start making videos and post them on social media and become better in communicating, that's worth something, which is why I was able to dare ask people to pay me 500 euros for like 2 times coaching a week, and I was giving feedback on their videos. But then my parents were like, what exactly are you doing to make money? Because I did fail before. I started to do e-commerce, drop shipping. Like I bought some stuff and then I sold it, and then I lost a lot of money. In the end, it took me 10,000 euros in experiencing how to do entrepreneurship. So I lost that money, but I remember having those notes and that belief that one day I will earn 10,000 euros in a month and I will feel fulfilled in life. When I was trying to explain to my parents what job I had created for myself, they were like, what? What's that? And my dad, when he went to Bosnia and family started asking, hey, what's your son doing now? And he just couldn't explain because the job that I had created didn't exist before. But I still had faith. Although I lost 10,000 euros, which I had saved from that previous full-time job, trying to experiment what should I do with entrepreneurship, I chose to go this route of this kind of video maker and coach. And that was the job I had created for myself. I teach you how to make authentic videos and spread whatever your message is. Since entrepreneurship for me goes hand in hand with self-development, I also started to hunger for my meaning in life. What am I living for? So in another video, I told you about how I was praying to meet God in 2020. Then I got into this Bible study and my entrepreneurship continued. 2021, 22, 23, and now it's 24, almost 25 by the time I'm making this video. So my mom and dad got embarrassed because they saw me making all kinds of videos. I was sharing my life story, that they fled from the war in Bosnia, it's a civil war, to the Netherlands for a better future for my sister and I. And they were like, why are you so speaking about private stuff in public? Then I started to take interest in religion because it was part of my search in meaning for who am I in life and what's my purpose in this life. And they told me don't speak about religion because in Bosnia there were different kinds of groups and they didn't like each other because religion is just a sensitive topic. So I had tons of people, also my wife, telling me don't do it, it's too sensitive. Stop making these crazy videos, Marko. But on the other side, I started to expand my business. I learned a little bit of videography, which is not this, I'm just filming with my phone, but I also learned how to make videos with camera, lenses, microphones, how to edit, and it became my business. And then the 6th year happened, which is now, from 2018, and now it's 2024. I worked my ass off and got my first 10.4k month, which was crazy to me. And I was about to get married, which I did 2 months ago. So it's been like 2-3 months ago that I got that month. And my mom was like, wow, you really did make something of that dream that you had of the 10,000 euros notes which I saw in your room 6 years ago. My mom was like, this guy is legit. He chased his dreams and he got it. But I was thinking during a walk with God outside, hey God, don't forget to also give me next month at least a 10k month because I don't want to earn less now. It needs to be better and more because that's what entrepreneurship is about, like becoming a better version of yourself and as a result earning more money. And then all of a sudden it hit me. I shouldn't be praying nor asking for anything because I continued speaking about religion with my videos and I think that became part of my purpose because I just love talking about God and what He means to me and the fulfillment I get from the fact that He existed before I did and He will exist after I cease to exist. It's the biggest meaning in life I got, and I get this very strange feeling that I can use videos to share the message of God and the gospel with you, but also just by using my personal story and my own talents, which I never thought I had. So right now, my brother and sister, I want to tell you that whether you call it God or not, there's a purpose in your life. And it's about using your story to inspire people to get out of their comfort zone, the sluggish lifestyle that gives them no purpose. I think hidden in your story, there's some hidden gem for other listeners to get this inner spark sparked. Can you spark? So that they may shine their light before men through their stories, like Jesus did with His story in my life.